When the sun goes down, the stars come out. From deep in the heart of Texas, it's The Star at Night. Coming to you from the Cowboys facility at The Star in Frisco. With your hosts, Kelsey Charles and David Hellman.
Hello, welcome to another edition of The Star at Night. I'm your host, Kelsey Charles, joined by David Hellman. Dave, 2020 has been a doozy, and the Cowboys, they have felt the effects. We are only in week 6, and this team has 10 starters that have been either on the IR or are heading there now, and that's not even the entire list. Man,
oh my God.
I mean, do they have the talent to overcome this?
Hey, Kelsey, what season is it right now? Feels a lot like fall, right? Because all these guys are falling off the roster. I hate myself for making that terrible joke. Do they have the talent to overcome what? Losing all of their talent?
Yeah.
Probably not. They have plenty of talent. It's all unavailable. That is the drastic bummer that we're dealing with. I suppose if I'm looking for optimism, a few of those names will be back in short order. The big two, Leighton Vander Esch and Chido Awuzie, I think they'll be back within the next week or two. Maybe that gives your defense a lift, but Tyron Smith and Lyle Collins aren't coming back. Dak Prescott's not coming back. Gerald McCoy didn't even get to have a season. Tristan Hill's not coming back. So yes, I think there's reason for optimism that they might get some reinforcements, but when you're talking about this many injuries, it ain't going to be a lot, man. They got to make do with what they have, and it's scary.
It reminds me of when Kentucky was doing the whole platooning concept, and I feel like at this point, Dave, even our platoons are injured.
Are you breaking out? You're breaking out like an Anthony Davis era John Calipari reference? Well done. That's such a deep cut. Why are we talking about that on a Cowboy show? But you're right, though.
I really dislike Kentucky, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just concerned, my friend, because it just feels like even our backups are struggling, and I don't know what to do with that, and I'm struggling to find the hope.
You make do with what you can. You have one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league in Andy Dalton. We're going to get to him. You got a great wide receiver core. And like I said, there will be some guys coming back to this defense. You do what you can, man. I'd be lying if I said I was optimistic, but I want to see how this thing plays out. And speaking of which, the Cowboys have a new quarterback for the rest of the year, for better or for worse. So we went and found somebody that knows a little bit about him. We're going to talk about it right after this.
Hi guys, Mickey Spagnola here, and if you want the best analysis on the Dallas Cowboys during the season, join us every day during the week on Mick Shots. We come on at 1:30 on DallasCowboys.com and all the other Dallas Cowboy platforms. I'm on there every day along with Bill Jones and former Cowboys cornerback Everson Walls, who gives us a unique perspective on the team, having played this game and having led this team in interceptions for several years. So don't forget, it's Mick Shots daily, 1:30 on DallasCowboys.com.
Welcome back, y'all, to the Star at Night with Dave and Kelsey. The fun thing about doing our own show, Kels, is I book my own guests. So when we found out Andy Dalton was going to be the Cowboys' starting quarterback the rest of the way, I decided, hey, I know somebody that knows a few things about him. So I want to bring in my dear buddy, Catherine Terrell of The Athletic, which, Catherine, I understand that this is weird. You cover the New Orleans Saints right now. So you don't cover the Cincinnati Bengals, but you were a former beat writer for the Bengals during Dalton's career in Cincinnati when you were with ESPN. So I wanted to pick your brain on Andy Dalton, and I'll start out with this. when Dak left the field the other day, you saw the outpouring of support. You saw how much these guys love him. I'm curious what Andy Dalton is like as a leader, and whether you think he can kind of rally the same support going through the rest of these games.
Yeah, first of all, I was watching that game that night, and it almost seemed like Andy Dalton wasn't prepared to go in. I mean, obviously, why would he be? But they were adjusting his pads and doing all these things you usually don't see them doing with a backup, and it just kind of made me laugh because I was like, man, Andy Dalton moved back home to where his family is. He was probably just expecting, hey, for a year I'm just gonna hang out and watch Dak, and that is not how this year is going. So it's kind of funny how that happens. But, I mean, Andy's not Dak, but I think when he played in Cincinnati, he really was loved by his teammates. I mean, he's more of the quiet type leader. You're not going to hear him ever say anything negative. He doesn't do that. He's not a guy that is going to elevate a team and make it better. But if he has the right cast around him, he is a very good quarterback, or he can play very well. So I know when people think Andy Dalton, they think, oh, I mean, look at the guy who got benched last year. That's not how he plays if the situation around him is good.
So actually I want to talk about that for a minute, because he obviously had made several playoff runs and didn't win the thing. But what do you think in terms of his capabilities with this offense? I mean, obviously he has some weapons here in Dallas with, this wide receiver core and just the guys that he has the ability to just be working with. Do you think he'll be able to pull some wins together, and how do you think that'll play out?
So I started covering Dalton the year after they had their last the playoff runs, I guess, after the infamous Steelers game. They'd gotten him to the playoffs 5 times. So what people tend to forget is that in 2015, Dalton was actually playing at what his teammates called an MVP level. I mean, he was playing very well. If not for that broken thumb towards the end of the year, I mean, who knows what would have happened? He didn't even get to play in that playoff game. So, I mean, I come in and, the Bengals were kind of on a downturn. And the last really good performance I saw out of both the team and Dalton was against the Falcons in September of, I guess, 2018. Yeah, that would have been my last year there. And if you go back and watch that Falcons game, he has this 16-play drive where he leads the team down the field to win, capping it off with this great touchdown pass to A.J. Green. And so that's my lasting memory of Andy Dalton when he was playing well. I mean, so I think he has a lot of talent surrounding him, like you just said. I mean, so who knows which way it's going to go, but I don't think it's going to go the way of he's sitting on the bench because he's playing so poorly. I think he can really do something with this team here.
Sure.
Which I think that's the balance for this equation, though, is obviously the Cowboys have so much talent at receiver. Yeah. I'm not worried about that. But offensive line play was a big problem for the Bengals. I mean, it still is. Joe Burrow has been running for his life this whole season.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, that is the problem here in Dallas as well. Tyron Smith and Lyle Collins are on injured reserve. Joe Looney's hurt right now. I mean, you got injuries all over the place. Do you think Dalton can still deliver without top-tier pass protection, or is he in need of more talent in front of him to be able to make those types of plays?
First of all, I know how much that pains you to watch Joe Burrow get hit over and over again.
Both of you.
I mean, it is hard. He is running for his life. It makes me cringe a little bit. But yeah, the offensive line just got so bad in Cincinnati. I'm not sure how anyone can do anything with that. It wasn't that bad when I started covering the Bengals, but just little by little, like Andrew Whitworth left, Clint Bowling retired, it just got worse and worse. I think the Cowboys' offensive line situation, obviously I don't watch every game, but I mean, even though they are dealing with injuries, it does seem like they're going to be, it does seem adequate. It seems like they're going to be able to overcome that. I don't know. I keep saying it could go either way. The thing about Dalton that's not good is he has never played well in prime time, and his first start is going to be in prime time, I believe. So we'll see what happens.
Interesting
there.
Nugget. Very interesting nugget. Okay. It's
bad. It's like really bad if you go look at the stats.
He's going to need to do something about that.
Yeah. It could be a Bengals thing, but they've never played well in prime time. It's kind of like a running joke.
You're supposed to make us feel better, Kat. That's what
I know.
Yeah, you're not.
I have to be realistic here maybe Andy is now going to overcome all of the primetime issues of the past, and this is where the new era starts. But sorry, I kind of rambled off your original question, but I do think if he has adequate pass protection and he does have some weapons, then he's going to be able to do just fine with that. I mean, I think so. He did the other day, and that was in the worst of circumstances.
Very good point. All right, I'm feeling better. I appreciate that.
Me too.
All right,
Me too.
turn it around.
That's what I need. I just needed the reassurance that this season isn't going to totally tank. And I feel like that's exactly what we got from you today, which is bless you for that.
You don't play in primetime every week, so it's all good.
Yeah, but they do play in primetime a lot, though. So that's going to be a storyline worth watching.
We're going to need to fix that.
Those stats will come up, trust me.
Oh, goodness. Well, hey, one thing at a time. But, Catherine, I know you've got a million things to do covering the Saints, let alone talking about your Bengal days. So we appreciate the time, and hopefully you're right that Andy can rise to the occasion. Until we get some more answers, we will be right back after this.
Hey there, everybody. Kyle Yeomans here with DallasCowboys.com, and I encourage all of you Cowboys fans out there to check out Talking Cowboys. The podcast is every week live on the website and on all social platforms at 9:30 every weekday morning. We've got myself alongside Isaiah Stanback, who's actually won one of those during his playing career as a former Dallas Cowboy. He won it with the Giants, but we'll forgive him for that. We've also got Heckma Harrison along with Dallas Cowboys insider Rob Phillips. It's a ton of fun every weekday morning at 9:30. Check it out on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the show. Kelsey, I alluded to it earlier. It's October. It's autumn. Halloween is right around the corner. And if this Cowboys season wasn't already a nightmare enough, there's a pretty scary opponent coming to AT&T Stadium on Monday night.
Boom. Yeah.
Big time.
It's straight spooky season, my friend, and the Arizona Cardinals are going to kick it off and scare the living all the things out of this Dallas Cowboys defense. Let's talk about their offense for a minute because I am, quite frankly, terrified. Kyler Murray, you may have heard about him. If you are from Texas, that would make even more sense because he's pretty much gone and won wherever he goes. He's from Allen. He's won multiple state titles here in Texas, the Heisman Trophy, and he was the #1 pick in the draft. Oh, and he won the Rookie of the Year award. So while this team really kind of had an average offense last season, they've upped the ante this year with the addition of DeAndre Hopkins as well. He's off to a pretty decent start. Going to most likely hit that 1,000-yard receiver with the pace that he's on thus far. 2 touchdowns, 528 yards. Not to mention Larry Fitzgerald, I get it, hits his 17th season, but he still is a very seasoned veteran and can go ahead and find some ways to exploit this easily exploitable Dallas Cowboys secondary. I haven't even mentioned Christian Kirk and Kenyon Drake. I mean, guys, listen, they're averaging 25.6 points per game, and I'm terrified. So there you have it. Dave, are you stressed?
DeAndre Hopkins against this secondary is scarier than any Friday the 13th movie. I don't care. But I actually, Kels, in keeping with the spirit of the bit, I have a trick and a treat for you. I looked this up because the Arizona Cardinals very sneakily employ one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, Chandler Jones, so far under the radar. I hate to make light of an injury, but it's a little bit of a treat. Chandler Jones injured his bicep in the Cardinals' previous game, the win against the New York Jets. He's not going to be playing in this game. He might be out for the year. Maybe a little bit of a treat for the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. Oh, but wait, it's a trick. Even without Chandler Jones, the Cardinals have 14 sacks on the season. They are in the top 10 at pressuring the quarterback. They are in the top 5 in scoring defense, only allowing 20 points per game. Doesn't seem like a great recipe for success against a Dallas Cowboys offense that is breaking in a new starting quarterback. Yeah, I'm pretty scared. I mean, kind of like Larry Fitzgerald, Patrick Peterson, closer to the end of his career than the beginning, still a hell of a cornerback. Buda Baker's back there. I'm nervous about what this defense brings to the table for sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, this team, this Dallas Cowboys team, let's go ahead and hope that they don't give the Arizona Cardinals a breakout game because we know they're close to it. But guys, we're also close to another really fun segment for you all. Stay with us.
What's up, guys? I'm Ember Garcia and just want to invite you to check out Cowboys Break every day at 11:30 a.m. You got the boss man Derek Eagleton. You got Nick Eman with the storytelling If These Walls Could Talk. You got David Hellman, our local LSU homer and eyebrow rubber. And then you got me, who just calls it as it is. So make sure to check us out at 11:30 a.m. on all Dallas Cowboys platforms.
Welcome back, y'all. We have a really special guest. I hope you guys noticed how I said y'all. I went full Texas on you because one of my favorite artists and Texas native, Co Wessel, is joining us. Co, welcome to the show.
What's going on, guys? How are y'all?
Good, man. How are
Fun
you?
to have you.
I'm good. Just got off the golf course. Feeling very good on this lovely evening with the weather and everything that's going on. So I'm doing good.
I know, couldn't get a better day. So unfortunately, I'm sure you had a great day on the golf course, but it hasn't been the best of days on the actual Cowboys field. You're a big Cowboys fan, East Texas native, and I want to get your thoughts. Like I see you tweeting on game days. Where's your head at with the developments of this week? Yeah, the going to Cabo with the Cowboys hat. Like you show up for your team.
Yeah, I do. I think the Cowboys are always going to win the Super Bowl. I think as a Cowboys fan, you always got to think that way. So, I still think we're going to do it. I mean, I still believe. You know what I mean?
I love the optimism there because, Co, I mean, first of all, your Twitter timeline is incredible. It's just
Amazing.
the best. But, I thought on Sunday, just like everybody else, you offered up your well wishes to Dak and you said Dalton's got to man up. And I mean, you just said you still think they can win the Super Bowl. So,
absolutely.
Talk me through this. What do you think Dalton's going to have to do? Is he going to have to lean on Zeke, or do you think he can do this thing himself?
I'm a Dak guy. I've always, stood up for Dak. I love what he's done with the team. But I was actually glad whenever we got Andy Dalton because, I thought he did really well in Cincinnati. I just don't think that he had the team to help him out as a quarterback. But yeah, I mean, he's got to man up. I think he's got the team around him to help him do what he's got to do to lead this team. And I don't know. I think we're going to be all right. I think we're in good hands. I kind of see it as a kind of like a Carson Wentz and Nick Foles type of deal, So maybe I don't know,
Hey, listen, if things came out that way, I wouldn't hate it.
The glass is half full on this end. I promise you.
Hell yeah, it is.
That looks a little Johnny Walker-esque, if you ask me. So you're fitting the mood of the Cowboys here. All right. Absolutely. So again, you signed a new deal with Columbia Records this summer, and you were in full Cowboys gear, releasing some new music. I already got my hands on it. Thank you very much. But I hear you're not done. Tell the good people what you've got up your sleeve, my friend.
Yeah. So we signed with Columbia a couple months ago. And we've got 13 new songs coming out. They'll be out later on. They'll be out this year. I can't discuss when they're going to be out, but we do have a new single coming out. Might come out tonight, might come out tomorrow, might come out in a week, who knows. I'm not going to tell you, but it's coming out this month. New single, new music video this month for sure. And then new record before the year ends. So we're excited about that, excited about the new direction that we're going with Columbia. So
that's awesome. I do have to ask though, because I'm a big, again, I mentioned I'm big into your music. I was listening to I'm Done the other day, and I couldn't help but wonder, is it about Jason Garrett?
You're so proud of that question.
I'm so proud of that.
It's not, actually. Yes. I wish it was, but it's not. Yes, okay. Jason Garrett, it's about that.
Don't ask me who it's actually about.
Yeah. I hear musicians don't disclose those types of things.
And we were playing the Giants this past weekend, so I was like, please God, I was like, if we lose a game, please don't let it be the Giants, especially now that Jason Garrett's with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So I want to play a game with you. It's one of my favorites to play on this here show. It is a line that I'm going to give you guys. So you and Dave are playing, okay? You're going to have to beat Dave to actually take home the trophy.
I don't know the answers. I'm clueless
Actually,
here.
no, I
Don't lie to me.
No, I would never. I'm so serious. Kelsey knows. I don't have a clue.
You're playing.
All right.
Do I get this? Do I get that trophy if I win?
Yeah.
We'll mail it out to you for sure.
I'll send it to you.
I want it mailed. I want it mailed to my house.
I'm going to give you guys a line, and you have to tell me if it's a cowboy on the field or a cowboy on the screen. First one up. I can attack a man's weakness and beat him, or I can attack a man's strengths and break him.
That's absolutely got to be a football quote, I feel like.
On the field, yeah, for sure.
You both are correct. Ding, ding, ding. Michael Irvin.
Oh, the playmaker.
We are tied at 1. Up next, I tried being reasonable. I didn't like it.
That's on screen for sure.
Who is it?
Is it bad? I feel like that's Jerry Jones.
I think most of it is.
That's just a guess. It's just a guess.
Coe with
boy.
the edge.
Okay.
Clint Eastwood. You are correct from the Man with No Name trilogy. Yeah.
Don't let Jerry see that I said that. Cut this clip off of the show, please, if you don't
We
mind.
will cut this clip off of the show. Last one, Dave, this is your chance to not totally lose and take home the trophy. I hate rude behavior in a man. I won't tolerate it.
Bro, like, this could be John Wayne, or it could be Tom Landry.
I feel like that's something I feel either Tom Landry or Jerry Jones, 100%.
Yeah, I think it's Tom Landry too. I'm gonna go with Coe here.
Oh, guys. It's on the screen. What's your call? Lonesome Dove. So it looks like Coe is the actual winner of the incredible trophy from my dad's high school. So go ahead and send me your address. I will be mailing this to you. Sorry, Dad.
Cheers.
I'm really sad that I have to give this away, but your accolades will be well taken care of by my dear friend Coe. So
prominent on his mantle for sure.
I'll polish it every Sunday that the Cowboys win.
It's gonna be like your new trophy. Do you have superstitions? Because I feel like if you're a real Cowboys fan, you probably have some weird ones. Like that's a thing.
We talked about that on Saturday, okay? And it was about stuff we did during sports and growing up. And I was like, I've never been superstitious. And there was this jersey or this shirt that I had. It was a Walmart Dak Prescott shirt that I wore on Sunday that I haven't wore in the last 2 years. And I'll wear it on Sunday and he got hurt. So I threw it in the trash can. I'm done with it, never wearing it again. I was pretty upset, to be honest with you.
I was going to say,
not saying it's my fault.
No.
Not saying it's my fault.
Hands are with their pitchforks
but
coming for you.
Don't take any chances, though. I totally respect it.
Yeah.
No, I had to throw it away. I got a Zeke jersey upstairs. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to put that on. I got my Wetzel jersey. I'm just going to keep wearing that on the Sundays, and we'll be all right.
That's fantastic. Coe, you're amazing. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. Tell the good people where they can find you, where they can find your new music, so they can make sure they are the first to know. I mean, obviously you're the first to know here, but, when it drops, at least, make sure we get our hands on that.
Yeah, y'all can find me at Coe Wetzel on Twitter, and then at Coe_Wetzel on Instagram, and then probably at any of your local bars or dives around town after COVID lets all these regulations up. So, yeah, hopefully we'll see y'all around. New music coming soon, so y'all get ready for that, and go Cowboys.
Coe Wetzel, everyone. Thanks for hanging.
Thank y'all so much.
Coming up next, we realize it's been a tough week in Cowboys Nation, so we've got something to brighten your spirits. Stay with us.
Hi guys, Mickey Spagnola here, and if you want the best analysis on the Dallas Cowboys during the season, join us every day during the week on Mix Shots. We come on at 1:30 on DallasCowboys.com and all the other Dallas Cowboy platforms. I'm on there every day along with Bill Jones and former Cowboys cornerback Everson Walls, who gives us a unique perspective on the team, having played this game and having led this team in interceptions for several years. So don't forget, it's Mick Shots daily, 1:30 on DallasCowboys.com.
That's going to wrap it up for tonight's show. Kels, this week has been kind of a bummer. Can you maybe cheer me up?
You know I can, and it'll be in a way you will not expect it. By way of Philadelphia Eagles superfan Giovanni Hamilton, he had a message for Dak Prescott after his injury on Sunday. We're going to leave you guys with a snippet of that here, but in the meantime, y'all take care of yourselves, and we will see you guys next time.
Hey guys, so I just heard that Dak Prescott got hurt, and you know, it sucks because, you know, I'm the biggest Eagles fan there is. And, you know, you never want to see that happen. And even if it's like your most hated team, you'd never want to see that happen to anyone. And, you know, Dak, I hope you see this, brother. I hope you're doing okay. I've been through a lot of pain, but I can't even imagine. That looked like it really hurt. I heard you're going into surgery. I wish you luck, and I hope you get that comeback story that you deserve.